Dear Taurus, there is a strange and unsettling stillness that has fallen over your world, hasn't it? It's not an empty silence, but a heavy one, pregnant with unspoken words and feelings you've pushed down for what feels like an eternity. It's the quiet before a storm, or perhaps the profound calm that comes right after a battle you didn't even realize you were fighting. If you have found your way here, to this space, understand that it is no accident. Your soul has guided you here because it knows you are standing on a silent threshold, caught between a past you can no longer inhabit and a future you cannot yet see. This feeling of being paused, of being suspended in time, is the universe asking you to stop, to listen, and to finally acknowledge the truth that is stirring within. This is not a message of fleeting advice or simple predictions. This is an invitation to go deeper, to understand the roots of this stagnation, and to finally unlock the door to your own liberation. Before we continue on this journey together, take a deep breath. I want you to join me in setting an intention. Drop this affirmation in the comments below, not as a command, but as a whisper from your own heart. I am ready to understand what lies beneath the silence. By writing these words, you are telling the universe, and more importantly, yourself, that you are no longer willing to be a prisoner of the unspoken. Stay with me, because what is about to be revealed is the key to everything. Let's begin with that feeling of being haunted. The past has been visiting you, hasn't it? Not in dramatic flashbacks, but in subtle, persistent echoes. A song on the radio, a familiar scent, a dream that leaves you with a lingering ache of nostalgia. These are the ghosts of what was. And you, dear Taurus, have a tendency to romanticize them. You look back at old fortresses and remember only the safety they provided, forgetting the isolation, forgetting why you had to leave them in the first place. There is a popular saying that the best fighters win without ever throwing a punch. But today, the message for you is even more profound. Your greatest victory will not come from fighting the past, but from understanding why it no longer has a hold on you. That person, that situation, that version of yourself that keeps reappearing, it is not here to pull you back. It is here to be released. It is a final exam from the universe asking you, have you truly learned the lesson? Are you ready to let go? Because you see, there is a version of you that believes stability is the ultimate prize, that holding on is a sign of strength. You were taught, perhaps from a very young age, that your worth was measured by your reliability, by your capacity to be the rock for everyone else. But what happens when the rock begins to feel like it's turning to stone? What happens when the fortress you built for protection becomes a cage? This is the very heart of your current struggle. Deep within your spirit, you are the King of Pentacles, the Master Builder, the Architect of Security, the one who can turn barren ground into a flourishing garden. You possess an innate power to create tangible, lasting abundance. You know how to work, how to provide, how to build a life that is solid and respectable. And yet, that very strength has become your Achilles heel. You have clung to the material, the predictable, the controllable, while a part of your soul has been silently screaming for something more. The doubts that cloud your mind, the anxieties about money or the future, they are not signs of weakness. They are symptoms of a deeper spiritual hunger, a longing for a richness that cannot be measured in bank accounts or possessions. And that is why, Taurus, you have been feeling the ground begin to tremble. That is why the Tower card has appeared in your life. Please, do not fear this card. I know it looks intimidating. It speaks of collapse, of sudden upheaval, of structures falling away. But I want you to see it differently. This is not destruction. This is a sacred demolition. The universe is not punishing you. It is liberating you. The tower is the divine earthquake sent to shatter the walls of the prison you mistook for a home. It is breaking down the rigid beliefs, the stale routines, and the emotional fortresses that have kept your true self locked away. Perhaps you are feeling this now. A relationship that suddenly feels untenable. A job that has lost all meaning. A belief system that no longer brings you peace. Do not resist this crumbling. Do not try to patch the cracks. This is a divine intervention, clearing the ground of everything that is not built on the foundation of your authentic truth. It is painful, yes, because you are losing what is familiar, but what you are gaining is the space to finally breathe, the space to build something real. This collapse is not random. It is making way for something beautiful. It is making way for the Nine of Cups, the card of wishes fulfilled. Deep in your heart, Taurus, you have a secret wish, a wish you've barely allowed yourself to acknowledge because it felt too impractical, too risky, too selfish. It is a wish for a love that feels like home, for a joy that is effortless, for a sense of emotional peace that runs so deep it calms every storm. This card is a promise from your guides, from the universe itself, that this wish is not a fantasy. It is your destiny. The tower had to fall so that this deep well of happiness could finally be uncovered. You have been praying for this, perhaps in the dead of night when no one was listening, and your prayers are being answered. The joy you seek is on its way, but it will not arrive in the way you expect. It will not be delivered through logic or careful planning. It will seep into your life like gentle rain, nourishing the dry ground of your heart. And this brings us to matters of love, because so much of this transformation is rooted in how you connect with others. The Knight of Cups is riding toward you, symbolizing a message, an offer, a heartfelt expression of emotion that has been long overdue. If you are in a relationship, you may have felt a distance lately, a sense of being emotionally paused. You may have even pulled back, not out of malice, but out of a desperate need to see if your partner would step forward, if they would fight for you, if they would truly see you. This night is that step. It is the moment where the unspoken is finally said. It is an offer of a deeper commitment, a renewed romance, a genuine apology, or a simple, profound acknowledgement of your feelings. It is the breakthrough you have been waiting for, a signal that the love is real and worth rebuilding on this newly cleared ground. If you are single, this energy can be confusing. You might feel torn between two people, or between the allure of a new connection and the comfort of being alone. The Knight of Cups asks you not to rush. The mind will weigh the pros and cons, but the heart already knows the truth. The person who is meant for you will not be the one who fits a checklist. They will be the one who touches your soul, who sees the King of Pentacles within you, but also honors the wild garden that is yearning to grow. Let your intuition be your guide. Trust the feeling, not just the facts. This is a time to receive love, not just to provide security. This entire journey, this collapse, and this rebirth is leading you to one place, the World card. This is the card of completion, of fulfillment, of a cycle coming to a deeply satisfying end. For so long, you have worked, you have toiled, you have held everything together, often feeling unseen and unrewarded. The World card is the universe turning to you and saying, I see you. I see everything you have done. And now, it is time for your reward. This is not just about a project finishing or a goal being met. This is about integration. It is the moment you stand in the center of your life, looking at the past with gratitude, the present with peace, and the future with open arms. The doors that were once locked are now swinging open. Harmony is being restored. You are stepping into a new chapter where your inner and outer worlds are finally in alignment. And this brings us to the most beautiful promise of all, the Ten of Cups. This is the energy of ultimate emotional fulfillment, of family, of home, of a love that is both passionate and secure. This is the picture of a life where joy is not a fleeting visitor, but a permanent resident. It speaks of a stable, loving partnership, of shared laughter, of a home that is a true sanctuary. It is the manifestation of the wish you made with the Nine of Cups. This is what the Tower fell for. This is what the struggle was for. To bring you here, to a place of lasting happiness and profound emotional security. Free yourself from the ghosts of past heartbreaks. Trust that a faithful, responsible, and deeply loving connection is not only possible, but is your birthright. Whether you are building a new family or healing the one you have, the energy of love, joy, and unwavering support is surrounding you now. So, how do you ground this immense transformation into your daily life? Let's speak of your health. Your body has been holding the score, hasn't it? The tension in your shoulders, the tightness in your neck, it is the physical manifestation of the emotional burdens you carry. The advice to stretch is not merely physical, it is symbolic. As you stretch your muscles, visualize yourself releasing the weight of old responsibilities, the fear of change, the need for control. Let it go and seek out the sun. Vitamin D is essential for your bones, for your strength, but energetically, the sun is a source of pure, vibrant life force. Let it recharge you. Let it remind you that even after the darkest night, the light always returns. Nourish your body with wholesome foods, with legumes, with the bounty of the earth. To care for your physical self now is to build a worthy temple for your liberated soul. In your work, you have felt the stagnation. You see what needs to change, what needs to be said, but fear has held you and your colleagues back. You are being called to step into the true power of the King of Pentacles, not as a silent provider, but as a benevolent leader. Your voice is needed now. Speak up, not from a place of anger or personal ambition, but from a genuine desire for the well-being of all. When you advocate for others, when you speak truth with compassion and integrity, you will be heard. Your superiors will see your goodwill, and you will be rewarded in ways you cannot even imagine. This is not about risking your job, it is about claiming your rightful authority and your finances. This is where the King of Pentacles feels most at home, and yet it has been a source of anxiety. You have been hesitating, waiting for the perfect moment. But the message of the Tower is that perfection is an illusion. The key now is to act decisively on the opportunities that are emerging from the rubble of the old. The universe rewards the fusion of patience and initiative. Trust your instincts. A new foundation is being laid, one that is more aligned with your soul's purpose. The World card promises that your efforts are about to bear fruit. A promotion, a successful venture, an unexpected windfall. These are not luck. They are the harvest of the seeds you have been planting in the dark. Finally, let us speak of the energy that surrounds you. You are emerging from a dense fog of worry and negativity. Be vigilant about what you allow into your mind and heart. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who reflect the vibrant, positive future you are building. Step away from those who only see your flaws or remind you of past failures. You are no longer available for that frequency. You are tuning into a new station, one of hope, expansion, and unconditional self-love. Your most compatible connections right now will be with those who can match this new vibration. The adventurous spirit of Sagittarius, who encourages you to laugh and take risks. The visionary clarity of Aquarius, who understands your new ideas and helps you see the bigger picture. And the magnificent, expansive heart of Leo, who mirrors your own desire to live life fully and authentically, creating a world of shared passion and mutual respect. Dear Taurus, we have journeyed from the silent, invisible cage of your comfort zone through the sacred demolition of the tower and into the promised land of the Ten of Cups. This reading has not been about predicting your future, but about revealing the power you have to create it. The choices you make now, from this place of awareness and self-love, will define the rest of your life. You are no longer the person who has to hold everything together in silence. You are the one who had the courage to let it all fall apart, knowing that something truer was waiting to be born. You are the king of your own world, the queen of your own heart, and from that place of authentic power, everything, absolutely everything, begins to flourish. I hope this has resonated deep within your soul. If it has, please show your support with a like and subscribe to continue on this transformative journey with us. You are not alone. A profound and heartfelt blessing to you